The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here's the rookie from Auburn, Tank Bigsby. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. A run here with Dearness Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards, good enough for first. The Jaguars in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
That's good for the Jaguars. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. 2nd down and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Here's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
This is 2nd and 8.
Go, let's go.
Lawrence will throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be taken in just shy of the goal line. The fair catch will move this out to the 25. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Here we go. Check now. Check now.
1st and 10. Taylor now. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Running left, Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 52 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
And that's the type of run we expect out of Taylor. We all remember his all-pro season in 2021, leading the league in yards and touchdowns. Not quite those heights in 2022 when he missed time with an injury, but in only 11 games, still reached nearly 900 yards. When he's healthy, tough to find a better run.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Pick it up. Go!
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else he did? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby. A solid stiff arm. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On play action, Lawrence. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the 1st half.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this 1st half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He had a man open and missed him, and it's incomplete. The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Agnew now to return. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Bigsby once more. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Richardson. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, 28 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Ridley was one of the game's brightest young stars in 2020. Hasn't played since early in the 2021 season. But Jacksonville made a low-cost move to bring him in and see if he can return to the game with the form he once had.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. In motion right is Ridley. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. And it's complete right back to Ridley. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's go, sunshine. It's gonna be a good day, boys. Big play, come on. It's about time, fellas. Let's go.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game.
Get out of here with a W, kids.
Again, it's Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. Steps away to his left. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Richardson looking to throw this. This taken in by Downs. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a loose football. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On the handoff, Taylor. And he loses the football a second time. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now it's Richardson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Anthony Richardson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take it.
And this throw will be intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. That's going to be taken in by Downs. Touchdown! Josh Downs, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Jamal Agnew. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
McManus now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're backward in a touchdown at 28-21. There's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this is fielded just short of the goal line, but the fair catch means this drive will begin at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Taylor. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The option to give to Taylor here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. Richardson off the play fake. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Richardson looking to throw. That's into the hands of Woods. And he'll be very close to a first down. But I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty. Go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only 1 timeout. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. He goes 86 yards there on the touchdown run. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's something good. And important one that is we are on time now early in this 4th quarter. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now we give to Taylor. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. They'll get the hook up there to Woods. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out. Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Another run by Bigsby. Room here to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 180 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They'll come up now on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they work this near the 5. Will be stopped at the 6.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Bigsby. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Inside of a minute to go now, 2 timeouts left, still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
On the carry, Bigsby. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now an extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now McManus for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because
We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball pops.
That is intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now 1st and goal. Bigsby will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And the 10-year hit knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Jags, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA.